A long time ago, when the world was young, there were 3 species who dominated the land. Demons, lycans, and vampires, always at war with each other, always killing, caught between their eternal war or the human, afraid to go out into the night, always fearing. Welcome to a world of darkness, mystery, and magic. Let the journey begin.
Hello. Welcome back to the world of the living. How are you feeling? You took a pretty bad beating to the head. You don't remember? You were walking in one of the little alleys when someone sneaked up behind you and hit you on the head. Yes. And here you are, all dizzy and tied up. How did that happen, I might wonder? Yes, I carried you home to my little place. It's nothing more than a hotel room, but, you know, it's better than nothing. I just arrived in this country. Yes, I have been traveling around the world. But then I settled down on this little country, Sweden. Kind of a retirement, I thought. But then again I wonder, why should one retire from doing their favorite things? You see, an introduction is in order, I believe. Unfortunately, you cannot shake my hand since they are tied behind your back. Nevertheless, my name is Jack. Or at least, that's what you can call me. If you didn't have a gag in your mouth, that is. Now why, you might wonder, can you call me Jack? Not a bad question, my friend. You see, that's the name I have been given. Originally my name was something completely different, but I kind of like Jack. It has a nice sound to it, doesn't it? Especially when you consider my last name. But not to go into things, right? Let's talk a bit. I like to introduce myself properly. So I will tell you a little bit about my life. How does that sound? What's that? Untie you? I wish I could, but I think you would run away. You see, it was I who hit you on the head and tied you up. Surprise! I guess you wouldn't think that. You think I saved you? Nope. No such luck, my friend, I'm afraid. Okay, my story. That's what I was going with this. You wonder why I bear this mask? I often ask myself that. I just like it, I guess. It kind of conceals who I really am, doesn't it? No, it doesn't really. But it illustrates something about me. My two sides, perhaps. I like being, should we say, mysterious. And I have managed to be so for a very long time. But let's get into that. And my story, I think, could shed some light about certain things. You see, I was born in the early or late 1700s. You look surprised. Well, I was. I lived in England. Yes, the land of Her Majesty. I was brought up by my poor mommy, who was very poor. She really was. You see, my daddy left us when I was just born, and my mom had to become a prostitute in order to support us, I think. Now I know that there are other ways, but she chose to become a whore. She chose to sell her own body to support me. A whore. A fucking disgusting whore. So, when I grew up, I became tired of her customers beating me up. So one day, I found her in bed with a particularly disgusting customer. He had tied her up, almost as you are tied up, actually. So I went to my father's old room and I picked up a razor he had in his drawer. My mom hadn't cleaned out his stuff after he left. The filthy whore. And I sliced the guy's neck. Yes, his throat. And when I was done, I killed my mom because the whore didn't deserve to live. Oh, the blood. There was so much blood. And I was actually disgusted by it at first. Then I decided, if my mom was such a whore she didn't deserve to live, then why should any other whore deserve to live? So I made it my purpose to rid the world of that filth. And I did so for many years. And nobody could ever catch me. And I even got a little nice nickname. They called me Jack the Ripper. I liked that. So I decided to keep the name Jack. The Ripper part just came with it, I guess. Now, the question that you have been wanting to ask is, how can I be here today? I should be dead and rotting in the ground together with the horse, shouldn't I? You see, I left England. Yes, I did. And I moved to some European country which I cannot remember all these years later. There I met a man, a great man. He was truly amazing, and he offered me a chance to continue my work forever. Yes, he lived in a castle far above a village. Yes, he did. I don't know if he's still there. Perhaps Perhaps he is. He taught me everything I know, and I no longer need a knife. I now have the, should we say, wonderful gift of letting magic do it for me. Now, I know what you're thinking. What are you? Simply put it, I'm a vampire. You have seen them in movies, read about them in books. I guess if you haven't lived under a rock. But the thing is, vampires have become disgustingly popular on movies, and games, books, and being portrayed like some fucking fairies that glitter in the sunshine. To give you a little, shall we say, lecture, we don't glitter in the sunshine, we burn like a fucking crisp. Anyway, I haven't performed my art for a long time, more than on a few bypassers. But now I am going to start taking up my old trade. You see, in the vampire world there is something called the masquerade. But I don't abide to that fucking stupid law. There is even a little vampire government called the Camarilla. I don't abide to that fucking thing either. They are just silly pussies, whores, which I still don't like, and the world is full with them. So, lo and behold, Jack the Ripper is back. But for now, Sweden will do. I will, however, return to my native England and show those fucking bitches that I'm back, but not now. I have an eternity to wait, actually. Now, what magic do I talk about? I guess you want to know. You see, with a twitch of my finger, like this, I broke your arm, and the sound it made almost made me horny. Now, you want to have two arms on one side? You have. You want me to break all three arms? There we go, there we go. Now, I can hear, because I have a very sensitive hearing, that your heart is beating so fast. I'm afraid you might pass out from the pain of your broken limbs, but I want to see your heartbeat. So, don't look so shocked. I just made your heart grow on your outside of your body instead of the inside. Can I poke it, please? Oh, don't faint, my friend. We have almost just begun playing my little game. I call it the game of flesh. Because flesh, my friend, is where I, shall we say, am an artiste. Yes, I am. I can make your body assume the most bizarre, perverted even, forms that I want. This magic or gift took me a long time to master. You know, it took me over 100 years to master this gift. But now I'm brilliant at it. Even my old former master told me that I surpassed him almost in the form of flesh shaping. And he was truly a magic master at it. He can transform himself into a bat, a wolf, even mist. So can I, of course, and 1,000 other things that I feel is interesting at the moment. But let's not make this about me. Oh, your eyes popped out, but you can still see, right? Can't you? Let's make them grow on your ears. But this is not what this is about. I want to see blood, and I will devour your blood later. But for now, yes, it cuts like a knife. All those guts just pouring out. All those guts. All those guts, you filthy person. You're so red inside. You're so red inside that it makes me horny. Please, can I eat your liver? It's some fava beans and a good candy. I can see your brain now when I took off your scalp and brain pan. Your brain looks so good. And it tastes like cheese. Oh, so nice to be bad. Now, the question you have in your mind is obviously, am I going to die? Yes, you are going to die. You are going to die badly. And then you will go to hell for being a bitch. I could make you a vampire, so I can continue to torture you forever. But I don't think I will do that because there are so many other persons I can torture. But all this talk and the look of blood have made me thirsty. So I will drain you of your blood, and you will die from that instead of the guts. How do you like that? Huh? How do you like that? Do you like to become a food source for old Jack? Do you? All the blood and the guts. And guess what? The police gonna find it so interesting when they find you. 3 arms on one side, the heart growing outside of the chest, and 8 legs. Can you imagine the headlines? Especially now, when all 8 legs are broken. I think it's time to end this little game. You are no interesting anymore. Especially without a mouth. I will kill you now by drinking your blood, and then I will go home and get some rest. I am at home already, ain't I? I almost forgot in all this excitement. Then I guess I will have to carry your disgusting body outside and dump it somewhere, then return home to get some rest, because time is of the essence and the sun is almost coming up. So, my friend, shall we end this? You want me to end your suffering? No, I will not do that. I actually have blood in the fridge. You can just microwave it. All these new inventions. Yes, I can microwave the blood. So I'm just going to carry you out somewhere and leave you to bleed to death with these agonizing pains you're in. But I don't think you need those eyes anymore.